longtime Tekken fan since Tekken 5.
Tekken don't make a lick of sense.
Tekken fans, when I say Tekken don't make no damn sense. This franchise has been the pinnacle of seriousness and unseriousness at the same time.
Toonarii.
Every way possible. From the story to the combat, the characters, I feel like it's almost the perfect blend. Almost. So for those who are familiar with Tekken already, I feel like you know exactly what points I'm gonna bring up. But if you're not too familiar with Tekken, I got you too, bro. Don't worry. You can go ahead and get your snacks too. I'll wait. You know what? Number one. So normally games would have all the characters speak one language. For example, English.
Right?
With the exception of a few characters.
I thought this was weird, dog.
Language, like French, Japanese, Spanish, whatever XQC be speaking.
Oh, don't is that good? What? Yo, can you go over the...
Yeah, in this game, everybody speaks their own language.
Right?
There's no type of language.
And they can all understand each other.
So you will have a room full of people, and one of them will be speaking Japanese, another English, another Chinese, and another Spanish, and everybody just perfectly understands each other.
Right. I said the same thing, dog. I said the same thing.
Move.
It's kind of amazing. Like, this isn't alluded to once in the entirety of the series. Wait.
I've never seen that.
Because as far as what I've researched, this illusion of the absence of a language barrier has only been broken once, with Tekken 4 with Warring's ending.
You're finally here.
So, what do you want?
Jin here is seen speaking English, and while it is a little broken, not only do I appreciate the realism as well as the effort, not many people can say they are bilingual, can they?
Right.
There's no reason to fight.
You ain't got one? Well, I do!
Now correct me if I'm wrong here, but this is the last installment to do something like this. As with every new game, they've been leaning more and more towards the no language barrier thing, which is a very, simple and goofy way to deal with this issue. And to be honest, I wouldn't want it any other way, because at this point it's just become a part of Tekken's charm. But
yeah, probably not a good idea.
Not committed fully to it yet. Lars is Swedish, Alisa is Russian, and Lee is Chinese. But they all speak Japanese, though to be fair, in his case, he was adopted into a Japanese family at a young age, so it only makes sense. The same cannot be said for Lars and Alisa, however. But I think their reasoning for those two specifically is because they play a huge role in the canonical storyline of Tekken 6. So my guess is they thought that having the main character in a Japanese game speak Swedish and a second speak Russian could be a little distracting. But then they proceeded to do basically that with Tekken 7 with Nina, Heihachi, and Claudio, the narrator. I'm not sure. I'm gonna stop making sense of this because my head is hurt.
I told you. I knew that was a problem.
Further and said, okay, so as of right now, we got English speakers, Japanese, Chinese. We got one robot nigga that just grunt. What else? They looked at the roster of Tekken 1 and said, you know what we need? We need two furries that throw hands and butt at niggas. Don't speak a lick of no language. They just be growling at people. This is why I can't stand this game. They be having fully coherent, comprehensive, prodigious, voluminous conversations with these two freaks, and all they're doing is growling like a jaguar, but I'll never forget this cutscene for the life of me. This game
never. I don't even know anything about that.
Masks growl at each other with another grown man that somehow fully understands both of them while in a cemetery with somber music in the background. And it'll fully expect you to take this shit serious, bro.
Don't lie to me.
How the fuck did you understand that, my nigga? Yo, God bless Marduk, bro. That nigga's a specimen. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give props, though, because, I never questioned this until recently. This game does that good of a job at immersing you. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta respect it. The crazy part is, they can speak. There might be a possibility that one of them are mute, but there's no way
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
They were not born this way, and they are not transracial. They are both humans who was chilling until at some point in their 20s, they decided to don the Jaguar mask and never break character, ever. That cutscene you just saw, that was from Tekken 6. Both of these characters have been a part of the series since its first installment in 1994. So what that means is Neither of these niggas have uttered not one single comprehensible word in almost 30 years. But wait, cause it's more. I forgot to tell y'all, it's not just 2 of them. It's 4. The first king was slain by the hands
mean their
of
winning
Odin
streak?
before Tekken 3. And the first Armor King was slain by the hands of Craig Marduk after Tekken 3. Their predecessors were the foster son of King and the younger brother of Armor King, respectively. Bringing us back to this cutscene, because the second Armor King is not even gonna break character for his brother who got put in a Vitamix 52,000 by the man who was standing right in front of him. Like, what type of dedication is this, bro? Read the room. These people are insane. Nonsense aside though, I love their lore. The first king was actually the only—
Oh, good. They're off tomorrow.
I don't know how that process went about, but God bless him. And the second king was from that orphanage, so that's pretty cool. One thing about the second king though, that nigga stand on business, bro. He straight up paid Marduk's bail, then bought him a plane ticket just to beat his ass in front of thousands of people. He sent that nigga to the hospital, bro. That's my goat. And also a little fun fact, you might have noticed my profile picture is King from Tekken 3. And what is to me one of the hardest fits I've seen. I cannot explain it to you, bro. That shit just has insane aura. I forgot to mention, on top of all the characters that were in Tekken 1, they said, you know what? Since we're adding 2 furry wrestling niggas that have long since abandoned any traditional form of speech, let's throw in a bear that know karate in this bitch. And before you ask,
that's Kuma?
Yes. He be casually conversing with everybody as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring him here. Just talk.
Because he isn't even the only animal you can play as.
Nah.
There's also 2 genetically engineered boxing kangaroos. And to be honest, they could have dropped the genetically engineered part and said he was just a wild kangaroo that picked up some boxing gloves, and I would have been like, alright.
Yeah, makes sense.
They already be on that type of timing anyway.
Yeah, for real. Look at him.
Since they be acting all tough and shit, like, look at this kangaroo, bro.
Lose the attitude, bro. You not like that.
There's also Steve Fox.
Steve Fox, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with him. He's just British. And then you got Yoshimitsu.
He's a robot, though.
Freeman. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, he's a warframe.
Playing rock, paper, scissors with Yoshimitsu. Why did I write that? The characters in Tekken all come from different cultures.
Damn, rip British. No.
But they all understand the universal language of these hands. And although it looks dumb as hell sometimes, I guess one good thing about it is they don't have to deal with dubbing voices for countries, I don't think. Since everybody speaks their native language for the most part. Some don't speak at all, but they still got subtitles from.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was a long one. Pause. We on to
it was super long, bro.
Number 2, you ask?
I already knew what it was, though.
Heihachi. This man has, according to the creator of Tekken himself, 19 to 25 illegitimate children, on top of the 4, now 5, that are playable fighters. And he loves none of them. Nobody. He didn't even give his firstborn a chance, bro. He threw that motherfucker off a cliff at 5 years old. The original reason why was because he didn't deem Kazuya fit enough to be his son, unless he survived the fall. But in Tekken 7, the story was changed from Heihachi's words himself, saying that he had feared that his son, Kazuya, had inherited the devil gene from Heihachi's wife, Kazumi. So he threw him off because if he did have the devil gene, he'd survive it. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That reason is dumb as f***. I don't believe it. I fully believe that after forcefully taking over his father's corporation, then throwing him under a temple and letting his father starve to death, and killing his wife, that one day he said, you know what? F this little ass nigga too. I don't think that's too far-fetched. And after seeing Kazuya's devil form for the first time, he was like, I knew it. That's exactly why I flung your ass off the cliff. Like, shut your capping ass up, bro. That's cap, bro. Stop it. Because he doesn't like any of his other children. And not only that, since Kazuya survived and came back, he continued to be raised by Heihachi. And shortly after, he adopted an orphaned Li Chaolan from the streets of China for the sole purpose of Kazuya having a rival and competition. He wasn't even interested in raising Lee if it weren't for pitting him against his own child.
Yeah, that's super messed up, dog.
He don't like nobody else. He f***ed a Swedish bitch.
Nice, okay, fair enough.
And when he realized it wasn't his nut that it was cursed, He didn't care about her or their kid anymore. Bro just moved on. Nick Cannon wanna be this nigga so bad.
Oh
You're not
my
that guy,
God.
pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Side note, that kid ended up being Lars, if you want to.
Yeah.
And I love Lars, and I really hope he don't inherit his father's hairline, because that shit is tragic. No cap. Also, for a short time period, he actually liked Jin, I think. I'm leaving a bit out of the lore so this video doesn't drag, because it's a very long story. But to catch y'all up very quick, in the end of Tekken 1, Kazuya ended up getting his payback by throwing Heihachi off a cliff. And
true.
what?
Yeah, there it goes.
Stop
Yeah.
clapping. He's not a good person. And then in Tekken 2, he fully realized his true, twisted, and corrupted nature by taking over his father's organization, making it twice as ruthless. Being guilty of crimes I cannot say because you two really don't like me. But if you want to keep clapping for this barbarian, go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. Anyways, I say all of this because at the end of Tekken 2, Heihachi comes back and throws Kazuya off a volcano this time. And a short time period after, a 15-year-old Jin united with Heihachi. Clap it up for Jin. That's my man, y'all.
That's the dog right there.
Woo, clap it up. I hate you niggas. Jin ended up spending a long 4 years of training. And
ain't nobody clapping for Jim, dog.
And you know what good old Heihachi
Jin's
did
not
after
enough.
4 years of bonding with his 19-year-old grandson? He shot him. He shot him. Now you're probably thinking, okay, I mean, like, there's most likely a good reason for this. You're definitely taking this out of context. Yeah, he shot him because he only kept him around to lure an ancient monster whose blood is rumored to contain the source of immortality. He wanted to mix his DNA with the ogre's blood and the devil gene that Jin has to become even more powerful. So with context, this is somehow even worse. And to make things twice as worse, you still ain't hit that like button or that subscribe.
Oh my God, my dude.
This is blasphemy. I'm
Bruh.
gonna go ahead and give you some time to do it right now.
Bruh, that's crazy.
And subscribe. You think I play? Hold on. Stay your ass right there. Don't move. I got stuff for your ass. Do not move.
This dude. At least he's entertaining. Is that it? No, there's more. A whole bunch more. Hey. Haven't done one of these in a while. Nothing here. You can skip if you like. What?
Ari Incorporated. I've been advised not to motivate my viewers to hit that like and subscribe button. I humbly apologize. My fault, OG. But anyway, back to Heihachi because I'm still not done with this.
The hell was that?
So to recap, he put his father and wife in a NutriBullet. He threw his first son off a cliff and a volcano, cast his adopted son out of the clan, shot his grandson, and has about 18 other children whom he's completely abandoned. Except for one. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to tell you this next part, but out of all the blood relatives that I've just mentioned, the only person whom he's maintained a positive relationship with isn't a person. It's a bear. You remember that bear I mentioned?
About Akuma?
Karate? We kinda glossed over that one, didn't we? Heihachi taught this motherfucker Mishima style karate. He taught that bear Kuma Shinken. He taught him Japanese and sign
What?
language.
I didn't know
he really
that.
loved this bear. You will never see Heihachi this happy around any of his blood relatives, dog.
What?
Hold on, I take that back because it's two bears. The first one is Kuma 1, who passed away of old age.
Oh,
God bless his
no.
soul, and his son Kuma 2.
Oh, Kuma. Damn.
He loved both of these bears to death. And when you don't think about how he's killed and or abandoned everybody else whom he's ever loved, it's kind of wholesome.
Yeah, super wholesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Heihachi in a lot of ways reminds me of my father. He didn't throw me off a cliff though. Or a volcano.
I would hope not, man.
And he don't got that yee ass haircut. Also, he doesn't father 25 illegitimate I don't know where I was going with this. But anyways, on to number 3. My next point is, What the hell is Yoshimitsu? You might remember I mentioned
He's
him
like a robot,
in this
right?
video, but his case is quite the interesting one to me. Because it seems like since the very first Tekken, they weren't really sure what to do with his character, so they just made him the wild card of Tekken. The only thing that has stayed very consistent about his character would be the fact that like he's a Robin Hood sort of ninja with a very goofy side, who is also the leader of the Manji clan, which is honestly, that's cool enough for me. You don't really gotta tell me anything else about him because he already has a sword and he's already a samurai, so he's already cool as f on my book. Then it says here that he likes to play video games and dislikes poor losers.
Damn.
Take from the rich and give to the poor.
Damn.
But aside from that, he's had a completely different fit in every single game. Like in the first game, he was a robot ninja. In the second game, he looks like he's supposed to be a guy in a cyborg ninja costume.
Yeah.
Then in Tekken 3, he was more something along the lines of like a space ninja. Then in Tekken 4, he was an armored skeleton with butterfly wings. 5 is a lot more of a traditional samurai look mixed with the skeleton look from last games. 6, I don't know what is going on, but it looks raw as fuck.
Yeah, it looks dope.
They completely ditched every single one of those looks. Then it made him an octopus ninja with a sword that has powers.
A warframe.
Making it up. I'm not making this up. Though my
That's true.
favorite look is probably the Tekken 8 one. That shit is clean as fuck. He
It
looks
it
like
looks
a
really
warframe.
good.
He looks like a prime warframe.
Oh, he
bro.
does. Oh my
has
god.
The look of like 4 different warframes. There's no way that he's a human in Tekken 7, bro. Those are the realest tentacles I've ever seen.
Oh,
and in the
Jesus.
very next game, they have the nerve to put fingerless gloves on him. Y'all niggas are not slick. One thing I do admire about Yoshimitsu, he has a completely different style in every single game. But when you see him, you know.
Yeah, you know it's him.
You could not
Yeah.
possibly confuse.
We're trying to figure that out right now, what Yoshimitsu is actually. I don't
You
know.
have to respect that. With that being said, let's move on to the next point.
I think he's just a samurai, ninja,
Nobody even cares anymore.
robot,
But,
alien.
what the hell was Akuma doing in Tekken
thing.
7 lore? Like, the fact that he was a playable character does not bother me at all. But they added this man into the story for no reason. Now, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, Akuma was in
game
the story,
pretty hype.
yeah.
Like, it's pretty obvious it was for marketing purposes, but
Yeah.
like, the way he was written in the story is just funny as hell to me. So
Do it in a
apparently,
minute.
40 years ago, before Tekken 1 even happened, Kazumi saved this man's life, which is not elaborated on. We're just told that she saved his life at one point. Then he pledged an oath to Kazumi that if she isn't able to eliminate Heihachi, he'll do it. And apparently he's been waiting like 40 years to act on this oath. And I'd be mad as hell if
Yeah, I think they will actually.
Nigga, where was you at all these years? Was all the stores out of milk, bro? What was going on? Well, his reasoning was that he wanted to wait until Heihachi and Kazuya were at their most powerful. But like in Tekken 7, Heihachi's 75, bro. 75.
He's
I mean, he's still
75?
in fantastic shape and was biting bullets and kicking rockets at 70 years old. But whatever you say. All I'm saying is World War III
As
happened.
if Akuma would be injured.
An ancient demon that will seal the way for thousands of years under the earth pulled up on these niggas before you did.
As Azel, yeah.
Did I say an ancient demon? I sincerely apologize. Because I meant 2 ancient demons. I mean, look at this one. He looked like he'd be a boss battle in God
True
of War
ogre.
3. And he's a god of fighting. Y'all are literally a match made in heaven. But anyway, next point. Some of these moves should not be doing any type of damage or just look dumb as hell. I mean, Armor King literally has a move where his breath is just stank. That's it. I mean, how hot your breath gotta be. Bro, that does 12 damage.
Wow.
Nina has a rage art where she breaks your arm and whatever, but like maybe I'm like not too knowledgeable on wrestling or something, but it looks like she just gave you the greatest massage of all time before that. Like, what are all these extra ass movements? You move around me like a mosquito, bro. Get off me. Yoshimitsu has a move where he just yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to do. He can also do this.
For what reason though?
Okay.
There's this move that everyone with the Mishima-based fighting style has. It's called the Hell Sweep. And I love that move. It's iconic. But I'ma be real, that shit looks dumb as hell in every single game. Like, it has not once looked natural. You pause at any time when a character does it, shit looks like the most cursed image ever. The most cursed demonic stance ever. Which, I mean, it's called the spinning demon. But Heihachi taught everybody that. And he's only a demon metaphorically. And everybody else be shooting lasers out of their forehead. Bro spent
Yeah, it never looked natural.
Jealous. So what the hell is going on? And don't even get me started on Zafina, bro. Soon as Zafina cockroach ass start crawling up your whole lineage, walk away from me.
What?
Walk away from me like a normal person. But anyways, that's
oh my god.
Despite everything I said, I'm still a huge fan of the franchise. You know, I played 5, 6, as well as Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which is easily my favorite. Easily my favorite. Revolution as well, which I don't think anybody even remembers. And 7. And I cannot wait for 8. And you know what? Since the question is...
Oh, this is before Tekken 8 came out, huh?
My mains are Jin, Devil Jin, and Lars. Those are my goats. They're my mains. But I can play almost everybody, you know, like some Kazuya, Lee, Heihachi, sometimes Asuka. That's not everybody. That's like 7 people out of 40, but whatever. Anyways. This is like my 5th time saying any. Do I gotta start reading books or something? Nonetheless, I'm very excited for Tekken 8. And
Tekken 8 is a great game.
With the full course meal? You pulling up now? The video's over.
Oh my god. Ridiculous. Okay, guys. Well, that is Toonarii. If you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe to him on YouTube. It was a funny video. I've never seen him before. Subscribe to him on YouTube. Looks cool. Yeah, I like what he said about the language thing. I said the same exact thing, and nobody brought that up. I said the same thing about the language.